Hey there. So I am live right now, and this is a really small channel. There are currently less than 1,000 of you on here. Most of you are people who follow me on my main channel, which is Piano TV, where I post a bunch of videos about piano and stuff like that. So this is kind of a spontaneous decision to create those. I really wanted to post more videos on this channel. I just don't have a lot of time available to edit videos, upload them. It's a really big process to go through all of that. I barely have time to do that with my main channel, Piano TV. So, but I've also been thinking that there's a lot of things that I'd love to talk about that aren't piano. In previous videos that I've done on this channel, I've talked about parenting, I've talked about productivity, personal development, stuff like that, and those are all subjects that I'm really interested in. I have tons of things that I'm interested in and just would love to talk about. So recently on my main YouTube channel, I did a 14-day challenge where every day there was like a new piano challenge to try, and I went live every single day. And it was an interesting challenge for me because going live, there's something that really appeals to me about it because it's a little riskier. When you're editing and uploading videos, you can kind of curate it a little bit more. You can cut out the dumb things, like if I say stupid things, or if I have an awkward pause, or things like that, you can kind of edit that out. So it reduces some of the risk of when I was going live for 14 days, and there was a day when I spontaneously invited a couple brand new friends on. It just makes it a little bit more risky, but also a little bit more interesting. It's more in the moment, and it just really appealed to me. It was fun too because I was traveling for about half of that time. So I was at an airport for one of the live sessions, and it was just a really interesting experience. So once that was finished, I was thinking, you know what, like that was really cool. Like that was a really cool way to, I think it provided some value for people who were participating in the challenge. So yeah, I decided that it might be kind of fun to do something like that on my personal channel. So I'm not going to make any really strict commitments at this point. I am planning on going live every single day, but I'm not planning on doing it with any consistent timeline or schedule. So I'm a parent of a toddler. I work a lot, and my life is just really random. So from one day to the next, I'm not going to be able to say like, hey, I'm going to do this at 9 in the morning every day. Maybe depending on how this goes, I might be able to do something like that. But for now, it's going to be totally random. I won't be able to give you guys a heads up when I'm going live. So there's a strong likelihood that none of you, or maybe just like one or two of you, will actually end up catching me live. If you do end up catching me live, though, do feel free to say hello. And in the comments of this video, if you have anything that you'd be interested in me talking about on a non-piano related subject, I'll check your comments as well. I'm not planning what I'm going to be talking about in advance. Another thing that I want to explore with this live video series is going with the inspiration of the moment. So instead of having a meticulous plan of everything that I'm going to talk about, I want to just remain open to whatever the day, like whatever the day gives me, whatever I'm inspired by. I really do think that there's always an abundance of ideas and an abundance of inspiration if we just kind of tap into that. And I want to experiment with that a little bit. I want to see, is there going to be a day where I have no idea what to talk about, and it's a little bit like, is it going to be a little bit stressful, or is it just going to be like I'm always coming up with new ideas for things to talk about? And it might be easier to find things to talk about for the first, I don't know, week or two, but then I don't know what's going to happen as it continues on. Maybe I'll start to run out of ideas, or maybe you guys will get really bored with with my content. I'm not sure. Like I think part of the reason that doing a daily challenge like this appeals to me is just because there's so many unknowns, and it's just a little bit of a, like, this is a little bit of an adventure. We can go on a little bit of an exploration together, and I think that'll be really cool. So as far as a timeline, I am hoping to do this for maybe like a month. I think that would be kind of cool if I could commit to doing a daily video every day for a month, and I'll talk about a variety of topics. Again, just let me know in the comments if there's anything you'd like me to explore, but I'm thinking topics will include parenting. I want to talk about like productivity, personal development. I'm about a month away from starting to get my garden set up, but I am really into gardening and growing vegetables and stuff like that. So maybe I'll talk about that. I do a lot of journaling. I do a lot of reading, so I'll probably talk about books. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything off the top of my head otherwise that would come to me. But yeah, basically the stuff that I've already talked about in previous videos, but hopefully with some fresh ideas. Actually, one thing that might be kind of fun to talk about too, I'm sitting beside, I'll have to show you this maybe in another one, but I'm sitting beside a bin of my life's journals. It's like a giant bin, and it's packed full of every journal and notebook and binder that I've ever had since I was like 6 years old. So maybe that could be, actually, maybe I'm already inspired for tomorrow's video. We could do a video on my one of my like 8-year-old journal entries, or one of the songs I wrote when I was 8. Because yeah, they're great. They're some good quality pop music lyric writing in there. So yeah, those are just my ideas and why I want to do the challenge. So hopefully you'll join me. Again, the times are always going to be pretty random. Maybe some of these will go up at night, maybe some of these will go up in the morning, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope we find interesting things to talk about. I hope that there continues to be inspiration throughout this process. And I think I'm just going to kind of leave it there. We're just going to leave this as a simple introduction video to the whole idea, and we'll take each day as it comes, and we'll see what happens. Thank you for it looks like one person made it live, which is really cool. Because again, I just kind of hit the live button, didn't give anyone any warning. So yeah, maybe more of you will be able to catch me live as we go on. And of course, it's a very small crowd. I think there's less than 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So that reduces the risk for me as well too. But it's still a little bit risky to go live. It's going to be a lot of fun though. All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.